Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Julie. I am the knitwear designer behind Twin Stitches Designs. I'm mostly known on Instagram and Ravelry as Julia Knitter, and I am so happy to have you here today. I want to say a huge hello and thank you to any new and returning viewers. I hope you all enjoy, and if you do, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my fun content. Today we are going to be sharing a few things. We're going to be sharing the final update on the box of socks. We are going to be doing a quick recap of 2022 and also what are my knitting goals for 2023? What are the things that I want to keep in mind for next year? So let's dive in first on my box of socks of 2022. I cannot believe that we are already 2023. I was hoping to do these videos in December, but we were again very sick, so I did not get the chance to do these videos, so that's why they're happening now. But I've had the time to kind of go over everything, and I'm just really excited to go over this with you. The box of socks is something that I wanted to do for both me and my husband for Christmas. I will link it below if you had missed out on the 2 to 3 other videos, but I just wanted to complete a fun box of socks for both me and my husband Eric. Kind of the conclusion is mine was completed, but his wasn't completed for the full 12. And that's okay. Other circumstances came into play with our children being very sick, and that obviously took priority. I'm okay with that. I love setting these goals, and if I don't meet them, I am always okay with it. I think the fun of it is trying to meet those goals and trying to achieve those, but when they're not, that's okay too. And to take a step back and realize that, you know, that is okay. It's just a lot of fun to do. All right, so let's go over the box of socks. The last time we spoke, I did finish a few more pairs of socks. So I finished one pair for me. This is a DK weight pair of socks. This yarn is from Nicole C. Mendez. In her Expecto Patronum is her Harry Potter, and I absolutely love Nicole's yarn, and I adore her DK weight base, which is so amazing. Absolutely love it. I made the pair of socks for myself. And I'm already having a plan on knitting and casting on a pair for Eric, my husband. And for Eric, so the last time we spoke on the box of socks update, I did mention that I was going to finish this pair of socks. I was just needing to cut in for the heel and the toe, which I did, and they are completely done. So I was able to add these into his box of socks. This is my Scraptastic socks. Oh, I forgot to mention I knit this on a US 4. This is knit on a 2.25 millimeter needle. I used Knit Picks Felici in Base Jump, I think it is, and then Dove Heather. And then I also used Base Jump for the toe. I just found that it kind of did a fun extra pop at the end with a afterthought heel. So really, really happy that these were done. I mean, there was literally just for me to cut in for a toe, for a heel, and knit a little bit more for the toe, and they were done. Like, these were almost finished. But I'm just really happy that these are finally done. I was kind of on a kick at the end of December to try to get as much as I could done off of my needles because I really wanted to clear those. The other pair of socks that I did finish, that I was very happy, I finished his Christmas socks. I haven't blocked these yet. He has not worn them, so I finished the Christmas socks. This is a yarn by Hobie, and I did sun, heels, toes, and cuffs in a different contrast color, and these were knit on the sock machine, and then I cut in for heels, toes, and cuffs. The green is Moonglow, and the red was just a red that I had in my stash. I picked it up with a 2.25 and was able to complete his pair of socks. So that was the goal, was to at least complete this pair of socks, as well this one for his box of socks. So these two were done, and then I was able to add it in his box of socks and have the official number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, have him 7 pairs of socks for, and I was able to gift him this beautiful cedar box with the 7 pairs of socks. Which, by the way, I just went on the KnitPicks website and they actually have these cedar boxes back in stock. So this is the small one, and as you can see, I have 7 pairs of socks in the small, which fit perfectly. So if you are wanting these cedar boxes, I also have the large ones for my garments, and the large one is the one that I had for all of the socks. But if you are wanting just a small one, they are absolutely amazing, and I did see that they were 20% off at the time of recording. So if you're interested, I will put my affiliate link down below for you and go and snag them, because they were out of stock for quite a while. But they are now back in stock, which I'm really excited. So I feel like I did very, very good last year on socks. I think if I counted the number of socks that I ended up finishing, 35 pairs of socks total, including Eric's and my own and a few here and there. So pretty happy with that, because I also finished other things. So that's the whole recap for the box of socks, because I didn't end up finishing like a lot more pairs of socks, but I am still proud of what I've completed for my husband and for myself, and I know he appreciates if it was 7 socks or 1. I know he would appreciate it. Once I started putting everything and jotting everything down, I realized how many projects I actually finished. So I decided instead to do a fun recap video and kind of add that in. So I wrote everything down. I finished in 2022 6 hats, 2 pairs of mittens, 10 sweaters, 35 pairs of socks, 2 toy mermaids, and 1 cowl. Oh, and another cardigan, but I didn't really count that one because like I want to still do the shawl collar, but technically it is done. So that would make that 11 sweaters, 35 socks, 2 pairs of mittens, 6 hats, 2 mermaids, and a cowl in 12 months. That's a lot. That's a lot. So last year, I came out with a lot of new patterns, a lot of fun bundles, really loved it and loved everything. So this year I do want to focus a little bit more on releasing some fun garments. I do have things in mind, some fun designs in mind, and I'm really excited about 2023 and kind of the direction that I do want to go in. I loved everything, and a few of my favorite knits and designs that I do want to share with you, and I will put the photos on the screen. One of those has to be the Candy Mountain Cowl. That is something that I released in December, and I'm so incredibly proud of. It is one of my probably hands down favorite knits that I've designed and made, and it's something that I know I will be coming back to year after year and knitting up some fun other samples. The other pattern that I absolutely adored knitting this year was the watermelon socks. This is something that I've received so much feedback, was from the Hello Summer Sock Club that I co-hosted with my friend Whitney of Moonglow, and you guys were as enthusiastic about it as I was, and it's something that I think it was just all the hype around it was so much fun, and I really enjoyed it. Another fun project that I finished that I really enjoyed was the girls' sweaters. I knit a few sweaters for them, and each and every single one of these sweaters is so much fun because the girls are extremely knit-worthy. I finished the Party of Three pullover for the girls. I also finished a exclusive Patreon only sweater. This one is one of the cutest little sweaters, and the photos just turned out absolutely adorable and I love it. And I also completed a fun sweater for the girls out of We Are Knitters, which I absolutely adored. Anything I knit for them, they are very appreciative and they just love them. The other fun project that is definitely on my top list is the Marled Family Mittens. Again, the reason is my girls. They've worn those mittens more than I can count. And just having them be so appreciative of the hand knits make it always at the top of my list. So those are just a fun few of the hand knits that I did this year and kind of why those were my favorites. Oh, sorry, that's not all. My olive branch tee has to be on there as one of my favorites. It's one that I've worn constantly, absolutely adore. It was a brand new design, came out this year, and I just love it. I love the fit, I love the color, I love everything about that design. So that definitely has to be on the top. And yeah, so that's everything for my box of socks update as well as my 2022 recap. Going into 2023, like I mentioned, I do want to focus a little bit more on some designs of garments and things. I have some fun things up my sleeve. I have some top secret things that I'm working on and that I can't wait to share with you all. But 2023, I definitely want to take it into a new direction of being more mindful of those garments. I want to be more mindful about the garments that I'm designing as well as knitting. I want these to be actual garments that I will wear rather than things that I love knitting. I want there to be more cohesiveness into those things rather than always just knitting something because it's pretty, rather than have something practical. I'm leaning more towards practical things in my life, and I want those knits and garments to reflect that, because I find sometimes we knit items that we love and we enjoy, but we don't necessarily enjoy wearing them. And this year I definitely want to be more mindful of that and be able to kind of mix those together and create more of a capsule wardrobe, create something that is I will wear over and over and over. And I'm also trying to define my design style in garments. So I'm really wanting to have fun this year. I am also wanting this year, 2023, to not purchase as much yarn. Now what that means is that I just want to be able to knit with a lot of the things that I have here. Also knit with yarn support. That I don't count as purchases because it's provided and for design work. I am wanting to be more conscious of the yarns that I'm bringing in, and I want those to reflect kind of the goals that I have for myself and the types of designs. I do have a lot of one skein speckled yarns that are beautiful, but I tend not to wear busy colors or vibrant colors. I love those for my socks, but not my garments. So that's something that I do want to bring into 2023, is more conscious of what I'm purchasing and what I'm purchasing it for, rather than being like, ooh, pretty yarn, which, don't get me wrong, I love. And I'm still going to have those with the Diaries of the Month with Patreon and all of that. So I'm still going to get kind of that aspect. So on the other end of my personal stash, I want there to be more structure and more of those rules for myself. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't purchase yarn and you shouldn't, because I definitely have, and with the stash that I have, I just want to be more mindful this year. And I think that's something that I'm really working towards, and that's why I'm destashing a lot and getting rid of some of my stashes, because I'm noticing that I won't be able to get through it, as well as my taste has changed. I've been building my stash for 10 years and I'm definitely not the same person that I was 10 years ago. So that is definitely something I'm also keeping in mind. And there's only so many socks that I can knit and wear and have. So you know, I don't need 200 skeins of speckled yarn because I don't wear those as much as garments. And yeah, so that's where kind of my knitting goals. I'd love to hear from you. What are your knitting goals for 2023? What are you looking forward to? What is your, you know, inspiration and goals and things? I would love to hear from you. So let me know down below. And I will also announce the last winner of the Box of Socks update in the comments below and commented on that previous video. All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed this fun recap and Box of Socks update. I hope you have all had a wonderful start to the year, and I will catch you guys again next time for a fun podcast. Happy knitting. Bye.